morning, everyone. Let me introduce our global segment chair, Kalpen. Kalpen, why don't you share some words with our audience?
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on which location you are into. Very warm welcome to all of you. It's my pleasure to address to you, but at the same time, let me not kill the excitement of formal introduction of various sessions as well as what we are going to do for the day. All that I can say in summary is that we have an array of interesting topics, eminent speakers, and the entire day we are going to expose you to some of the finest thinkers expressing their views, some of the panelists expressing their view from their experience and expertise as to how they see, how we can work together, how we can reimagine the future together. And as Prime Minister mentioned yesterday in a very cheerful note, that future is indeed now. And therefore, today we are actually going to work at it as to how we see this future, how we try to imagine this future. What is it that we can do? What role possibly could IITs and IITians play in this particular, I wouldn't say a puzzle or a conundrum, but challenge that we all are facing. It's become more challenging because we are living through a very different kind of a world. VUCA probably has been a cliched word, but COVID pandemic has completely changed all the paradigms in every possible space. And therefore, we are exposed to the kind of uncertainty which probably the humanity was not really prepared for. And therefore, it's time. And if I may quote the popular saying before I close, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. And who else other than the IITians, who probably are known for their toughness, their resilience, their ability to think through situations, face challenges, work under extreme pressures, and also meet deadlines, even if it is at the last hour. And that's what we are looking forward to, man. All of you can contribute to this movement, and we look forward to your wholehearted participation. We look forward to your ideas, and we look forward to your continued association with us in the future. We shall take off very shortly. I hand it over back to Sanjiv.
Hey, thanks, Kalpen. Hello, everyone. My name is Sanjiv Goyal, and I'm honored to serve as your conference chair. The future is now. This year's summit is unique. I'm so thrilled to help our IIT community, a community that I love so much in a meaningful way. The Global Summit is truly a testament to what humanity can achieve in our increasingly interconnected, yes, interconnected world. Who would have thought 30 years ago that this conference was even possible? Not me. And I designed Asia's first vehicle tracking system in 1997. Yes, I'm that old, which was before even data network. Growing up in a city called Meerut, UP in 80s, I never imagined our world will be so connected. IIT 2020, the world's largest gathering of thinkers, futurists, and innovators. We had 14,000 people in our main segment opening today, simultaneously logged in. That's in history. And majority of those are engineers. We are running 36 hours long unconference, non-stop. And yes, we have audience up to 200 to 400 in every single unconference topic. You will be surprised the kind of people we have in unconference. So why am I telling you all this, or the greatest thing? Why this global segment is so important, and why team like Kalpen, Rohit, Swadeep, Piyush, so many of them work so hard, tirelessly for last at least 3 weeks. So what we want to do, globalization and the increased economic interdependency of great nations are here to stay. And second, I am of the unwavering conviction that India, yes, India will define and predict our future. And the reason for that is simple. It's all of you, not me, not Kalpen. It's all of you. You are the architect of the future who believe in the spirit of IIT. Doesn't matter whether you are IITians or non-IITians. We are all alike. But do you believe in the spirit we stand for? The purpose-driven research, intellectual excellence, and fearless entrepreneurship drive the world forward. Food innovation, global economy, healthcare innovation, space exploration, second quantum, education, technology, intensification, worldwide production of labor market, climate change, all of these impact us. The current pandemic is a wake-up call for all humans. We need new kind of human health warning systems. The world's pressing challenges can only be solved through entrepreneurship. Yes, entrepreneurship can change the future. And US is the testament of that. Innovation and correspondingly opportunities to have conversation and challenging each other to be best of ourselves. I had so many fireside chats. I had so many fireside chats where I invited some of the world's best thinkers and innovators. It is on YouTube. You may like to check it out. Search IIT 2020 Impact Video Series. And that is why I know the speakers we have today for you and me too, truly phenomenal. IIT 2020 Global Segment Team, Kalpen, Rohit Koshi, Swadesh, Piyush, and I have handpicked. They are the thought leaders and challengers. Today's rosters include some phenomenal people. Mr. Manoj Singh, our beloved Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, doesn't need any introduction. He's going to be our opening keynote. Ashish Chauhan, MD of Bombay Stock Exchange. If you don't know, Bombay Stock Exchange is the fastest, yes, fastest exchange in the world. Not in Asia, not in Europe, in the whole world. Raj Jaswal, a very successful entrepreneur himself. He has devoted his whole life to mentor entrepreneurs. And great news for all of you. He is going to, yes, he is going to offer free entrepreneurship program with affiliation from IIT Bombay. Just imagine what we have planned for every single one of you. We have motivated and engaged every single e-cell for the same purpose. We want to work with you. We wanted to create better value. We want to create more entrepreneurs. Yes, that is how we change the world. That is how we create better opportunities. We have Monishi Sanyal. He is making startups successful. He is the founder of IIT Startup. You should definitely attend his session if you want to start a company. Next big thing, while it is our own Rohit Koshi's idea, he said, Sanjiv, let's do something crazy. I said, what do you mean by crazy? I said, let's find people who are going to challenge us, just like our professors used to do in IIT. They purposely failed us. They gave us the test which doesn't even have results. We can't solve the question because the question is not even real. And that's what we picked. Anuj Gupta, Kiran Thota, Ravi Narayana, Pradeep Gupta. Yes, they will tell you where are the opportunities. And if they don't, call all of them and tell them the Sanjiv Gohela asked you to call them. It's their job and it's our job to help you get better and become a better human being and a better person so you can engineer the future with us. Finding niche in retail. Again, it's Rohit's idea. We have Ashish Sinha. We have Ganesh Balakrishna, Pankaj Virmani, Viditi Atarya, Nitin Saluja. Now, Nitin is interesting. Nitin is CEO of Chayos. Let's learn from him what is his secret, how he does what he does. After that, Kalpen, what we have? We have Future of Money with Deepak, Savreer, Bipin, and Archit. I'm not sure what really it means, by the way. Is it money? Is money even real? Should we buy a lottery ticket or become a monk? Because after all, everybody says money is not real. So let's ask them. Let's find out what they want to talk about, what they want to say, right? And they promised us they will give you the answers. So make sure they give you the answer. Disrupting healthcare. That's a serious topic. In today's time, it is a huge issue. And a lot of my friends, even my parents, had COVID. They were in hospital. Only on Diwali they came back. They live in India. I feel for all of you what you're going through. A lot of my family members are suffering. So, hey, I'm not sure what we can really do. We had a conversation in the morning where we were talking about there are some vaccine developed in India, which has 70% rate of success, and we have 95%. I don't understand that. So let's ask these questions from amazing panelists we have. Mayur Sardesai, he's the top-notch healthcare person. We had Love Agrawal today. Love Agrawal or Love what? Kalpen, what was the name of the person? I'm sorry, I forgot. I can't hear you, you're on mute.
He's Love Agarwal, he's the joint secretary.
Agarwal. And Love Agrawal is the guy, he's equivalent to Vivek Murthy in India. He's such a phenomenal speaker. I'm sorry, I missed his conversation campaign. Please make sure I talk to him. I really want to find out what is he doing and how IITians can help him. It's very important for us to support him what he's doing. But Satyam is going to moderate, but he himself is a phenomenal person. Ask him those questions. One of my absolute favorite friend and Samit Jamwar is going to be there. We have an impact series with him. And funny thing, he said, there are billion alphabets. So I don't know, I thought there are only 26 alphabets. So ask him this question, where the hell these billion alphabets come from? It seems like pretty interesting, cool stuff, but we will know. The education. This is a very sensitive topic when we talk about education. And I have my personal take. So before I talk about that, let's think about it. Today we have 23 IITs. Question we should be asking our speakers is, should I go to IIT or go to YouTube? Where do I get better education? I have to study, I don't know, from 6th grade to 12th grade so I can get into IIT? Instead of that, if I watch YouTube, will I be a better person, more educated, more qualified? I think that's the question for our panelists. I'm not smart enough to answer that, but yes, we have Manish Khetrapal. He's IIT alumni, one of yours. Loveleen Bhatia, Jishan Hayat, Ramya Venkatraman. She's an expert on education. She set systems. We even have Sumail Majumdar. These are unbelievable speakers. And Kalpen, thank you very much for recruiting all of them. Phenomenal job our global segment team has done. I can't thank you enough for bringing every single one, including Love Agrawal. Now, let's talk about the next panel. Co-invent the future is a fascinating topic. So how do you co-invent future? Seems really cliche, right? How do you reinvent future? Excellent question. My take is, let's collaborate. You, me, Kalpen, all of us, 500,000 of us. Let's define the future. We can define the future. We took humanity from stone ages to where we are today. This communication, I still remember my time growing up in India. I was in Calcutta, and there is a museum. In that museum, they have mirrors to do video. So you can sit in one room, another room, you can see the other person. You have no idea how amazing it was. I was a kid. And today, we had 14,000 people logged in and had fun and enjoy with us. How amazing is that? But as you can see, the experience is still not same. And that's where the opportunities are. For you, that's a challenge. All of you, let's find opportunities. How do we create this interaction better so it feels real? This pandemic is not going to disappear tomorrow. I'm not living in denial. How are we going to handle it? So there is silver lining. I can worry about it, or I can go and solve the problem. Let healthcare specialists solve the problem. But as an engineer, what can we do? We can build better video conferencing system. We can build new Kodak. We can build new way of communicating, plethora of solutions. Like this summit, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not very happy with the technology solution we have put together for you and us today. This is not perfect. We need better. We really need to get better where we can really we can feel the presence of each other, where we can be together even without traveling. It's a great opportunity. Let's solve it. We have Naveen Jain on this panel. He always talk about moonshot. So drill him. Ask him what the heck moonshot really means, man. Is it just a slogan or you really mean it? He told me that he's making illness optional. Ask him hard questions. Kalpen, don't go easy on him. Make sure we ask hard questions from him. If he says illness optional, we should ask him question is, okay, how you did it for yourself first. Right? I'm sure you would like to know, Kalpen. I want to know too. We have Bridget. She's PhD in policies. I don't even understand that, by the way. What the heck PhD in policy? She was a big senior person in McKinsey doing some phenomenal thing. I know her personally. I asked her and she told me a lot of things I didn't understand. I thought maybe all of you can understand better than me, because I know one thing for sure. In last 3 months, I have learned our next generation, which is all of you or most of you, is definitely better, definitely smarter. You can process information faster. You have better understanding and control and comprehension. We were not born with Google, sorry. So our attention, the way we do things, we are still linear. Our world has changed, right, Kalpen? Our world has completely changed. We need to think non-linearly. How do we do that? So that is what co-invent the future is about. So make sure you don't go easy on our speakers. They promised us, yes, they promised us, they are going to provide you 3 things. Very important. They're going to provide you information, which is valuable. They are going to inspire you, and they are going to give you tools and things to execute. And please don't go easy on my speakers, on our speakers, Kalpen. Make sure they deliver their promises. Otherwise, we are not going to invite them back again. We are not easy. Next one is another phenomenal topic. The future of transportation in 2050. Mr. Pawan Goenka. He is the CEO of Mahindra. He knows transportation industry extremely well. With Vinay, phenomenal, you should talk. Don't forget to post your thoughts on social media. Yes, we need your support. We are not doing a favor to you. You are doing a favor by joining us. So thank you for that. Please hashtag IIT2020. And thank you. Let's have some fun, do some crazy shit. Kalpen, please open the summit for us.
Thanks, Sanjiv, for a very powerful and very meaningful opening session. In fact, very cheerful ones too. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. A very warm welcome to everyone who's participating in this event. I'm Kalpen Shukla, and I'm the chair for Global Track. I must admit, in today's welcome note, I may appear a bit influenced by the very inspiring inaugural address delivered by Honorable Prime Minister yesterday. Right in the beginning of this address, he talked about value creation and contribution by IITians. He surmised, even at very conservative estimation, it could possibly surpass GDP of any small developed country or most underdeveloped economies.
How much are we talking here, Kalpen?
I think it could go anywhere.
Give me the numbers. We are IITian. Don't give me just BS. I want facts.
A very conservative back of the envelope calculation, $100 to $200 billion.
Wow.
Now that's a large number, of course, to quote, and we are a large number now in terms of the size of the community. And therefore, I am sure that number will keep increasing over a period of time. For more than decades, IITs and IITians are providing leadership inputs to the world across industries, to work environments in different geographies, contributing to the societies, and also assisting the governments. Honorable PM again acknowledged this, and taking it forward, he made a bid to the alumni to provide liberal support to their alma maters also. Yesterday, our Pan-IIT US President Sundar Srinivasan also reminded of another interesting piece of information. IITs are the only academic institutions which have been formally acknowledged by the Congress for their contribution, their alumni's contribution to the development of economy and society in US. That's a big endorsement coming from a place which was, in all honesty and modesty, was Makkah for almost every one of us 3-4 decades back. But we don't sit on our laurels. We have reached a stage where very few would not acknowledge this unparalleled soft power from India. The brand IIT needs no introduction in any corner of the world. And we are obliged to carry the torch forward in future with added zeal and enthusiasm. Currently, the world is at a very interesting point of inflection, where the future possibly appears bright to a few. I wouldn't like to say vaccine manufacturers only, but it also looks very bleak to almost entire rest of the world. With rapidly changing geopolitical equations, with rising uncertainty, rising complexity in the work environment, international trade environment, and also facing extremely uncertain future where no one is assured of how the future will pan out for himself or herself. The responsibility shifts to those who are in advantageous positions, who can foresee and analyze, who can apply their intelligence and expertise, and who can find their way through the cobwebs of numerous constraints. We are all IITians and we swear by technology. There's no denial that technology will drive the future and future course of life. It's a matter of time before technology and sophisticated technology implements start playing very critical role in every sphere of work and life. So today it is possible to have remote surgery. And that's something which one couldn't visualize maybe a couple of years back. Now, harnessing the power of technology would also require application of understanding from a myriad of different fields. It's akin to designing a smart city that requires expertise from a range of uncorrelated activities, and it also needs coordination with experts from very different diverse backgrounds. And therefore, designing optimum solutions would necessarily mean there has to be interdisciplinary approach, there has to be ability to integrate knowledge, and there has to be ability to connect the dots. Now, this is exactly where we as technology management thought leaders, there's no other group where more hopes can be placed than this privileged fraternity that we are all part of. We have proven our abilities time and again in the past. Although future is uncertain, we are, we are all trained to respond in a very calibrated manner. IITs and IITians are well positioned to take up this challenge, be it healthcare or education, entrepreneurship, social impact. Undoubtedly, this group has abundant talent and wisdom to offer very practical, very meaningful, very feasible solutions to the rest of the world. At IIT 2020 is an attempt to create a platform, a thriving platform which will foster ideas, which will pick up ideas, which will cross-pollinate ideas, which will keep challenging people who would love to interact with us and contribute towards providing solutions to the world. We propose to have an interesting, sustainable interaction point, which will continue to engage you and continue to sustain this momentum that we have generated today. I also wish to assure the participants and communicate it to all that Pan IIT, IITs or IITians do not wish to remain in their own ivory towers. We are very keen to connect and collaborate with anyone and everyone who wants to join this movement. As the Honorable PM mentioned yesterday, perform, reform, and transform. I don't think any IITian needs to really understand what performance means. We have been there, we have done it, and we are very confident we shall do it. So in this moment, we want to take everyone together. The fact that we are addressing to non-IITians is to ensure inclusion, wider participation, and finding collaborative solutions. To quote the popular saying, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. I think this is one community which is known for its toughness, its resilience, and braving all odds to come out as winners. It's our time to get going and take charge of the situation. The nation is eagerly awaiting, the world is expecting nothing less than the best from this group. As Sanjiv mentioned, we have very interesting lineup of topics, panelists who are going to share their words of wisdom, their expertise, and share what they think is possible by this group, what they feel, where they would like to engage this wider community, and therefore be able to offer meaningful solutions to the world. With this, I and all my colleagues who have been working assiduously to present this wonderfully curated event, we once again welcome you and assure you of a very rewarding experience attending this event. Thank you very much. Over to you, Sanjiv. In fact, the session is titled, Are You Ready to Be an Entrepreneur? In fact, this is one area where I must share this. More and more IITians are becoming employment providers rather than employment seekers. And this is something which is increasingly gaining momentum in IITs after IITs. And therefore, today, probably one word which raises a lot of hopes is how many entrepreneurs this system is able to offer. And you have none other than a master who has seen it, done it, who is willing to help you doing it. Friends, let me welcome Raj Jaswa. He needs no introduction, and therefore I hand over the session to Raj. May I invite Raj?